Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Outer Worlds. In the last episode we found one of, we did part of Max's quest, found Reginald Charnley down at the waterfront actually, here in Fallbrook, and we did a little investigation for Nelson. Nasty charlatan at the entrance, bit of a drug dealer. Now we're going to talk with Catherine, who purportedly heads up this place. Hi, Wesley.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sends you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
Do you have any glacial age whiskey?
No, I don't have any... If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
What can I bet on?
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Okay, I'll get out of your hair. That's interesting. I wonder if we should bring our other companion to this place. Probably not good for him. You've got a name. Hi, Niles.
Hey, if it ain't the cleaner, how'd the disposal go? Was it messy? I hope it was messy.
Yeah. Alright. Let's just get in and talk with Catherine. We'd need Catherine's key for that, and I don't think we can... Well, we might be able to steal it from her. So, come on. If you're going to come in, come in. Right.
I can take a hint.
Yeah, we could pickpocket her. Let's just be really careful about it. Got her terminal key. I think we should still probably talk to her, but it's still good that that's an option. Let's get all of this stuff cleared out. We've already got some dialogue skill kit, and in the weapons, the flamethrower, the plasma launcher, all of those things, they're not going to be up to scratch, so those are for selling. I do want... Oh, we can reach the terminal from here, but I reckon she'll be able to see us. This is actually a good test. So she can't see us from here. But let's have a look at the terminal. Terminal is registered for use by Catherine Malin. Messages to L. Hagen. My dearest pain in the ass. For a good month now, I've been blind dropping supplies to an anonymous buyer. The payment's clear and full, on time, and the supplies are religiously retrieved from the bridge to the north of Fallbrook. My suspicions warn me it might well be dealing with a corporation, one operating on Monarch illegally. The opportunity for exploitation is ripe, and I find myself itching to strike. Advise now or forever hold your peace. And then from L. Hagen. I told you I don't want to see business details, especially not on record. If there's something I abso-fucking-lutely need to know, send a courier. Someone we both know, otherwise handle it yourself. You work your magic, trust your calls, rah-rah, end of line. Send me some Borst when you're done. I'll send you a torpedo juice in trade. Finally, got a line in with one of the engineers. I hired a new contractor and sent them your way. You can call them Alex Hawthorne. They're not the Hawthornes that used to do Fallbrook runs, but I don't care, and neither do you, right? Expect them to deliver a package for me. You'll know what to do with it when you see it. Anything you need done, ask them. Just make sure they can do what they came for while you borrow them. Let me know the next time you come to GB. I'll make dinner. We can get falling down drunk and scandalise our employees, just like old times. Ah, it's a cute, almost romance. Hi.
Uh-huh. You blind, little bird? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook.
Well, you are
Only nugget
expecting
of
me.
paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
I'll bet she's a hoot at parties.
Yeah, really.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Okay. If by Nugget of Paradise you mean he's a Mantidung, then sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Okay. So, I'm the fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
Oh? How special and what sort of something? Oh, I found the passcode on a corpse in Stella Bay.
Found it on a corpse, huh? If you killed Lilia's agent, you get to explain it to her, not me.
He was dead when I got there.
Well, shit. I knew he'd come to a bad end one day. Still, no time for weeping and wailing. We've got a metric fuck-ton of bits worth of salvage just waiting for extraction.
Okay, so how special and what sort of something?
Special as in unlawful, delicate, and deadly.
Is this my
As
science
to the
weapon?
something? No, it ain't a person. Not this time. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas. Left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia.
That doesn't sound like my thing.
To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Totally. Well, I can get it done.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders.
Was.
The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Done that kind of thing before. But our Sawbones Ellie could probably cook something up.
I'm a doctor, not a vet. But what's the worst that could happen?
I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills, or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Well, good thing we have an engineer. Parvati can handle it.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. On the terminal, use the passcode you got from Stellar Bay to get in.
Oh,
But before you
okay.
make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
Okay. Tell me more.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on our way, run by a man who calls himself the King.
We've been in there.
Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I get the feeling this is going to involve murder.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me.
Okay. Well, the factory's already out of service because I sabotaged it.
Fast, efficient, eager to please? Might be I should ask you for more favors. Guessing your services don't come cheap. Still, this ought to compensate for your trouble.
Yeah, $2,000.
And take an
That's all right.
aromatic. You stink like Sisty Pig.
Okay. I also took care of your drug running problem.
Funny, you don't look like Nelson Mason. Funnier still, I wasn't aware of an existing problem.
Well, he tried to cut costs by using sprats instead of auto-loaders for transport.
That dunderhead. Can't hardly fathom how that panned out. Let me guess. It involved blood and guts and fur in places that don't merit mention. Well, you got my begrudging gratitude for cleaning the mess.
Cool. Now, about the Borst factory. The Marauders who killed your supply runners got what they deserved as well. We did that outside.
See, this is why I like you, little bird. You make exchanging blood and bits so damn delightful.
Still, about the Borst factory.
What about it? Aside from the fact that I can smell it all the way from here.
Yeah, I've heard all I need to
Sure,
know.
weren't no skin off my nose.
Because we've really already done that. Okay, so we can go back to Cascadia now. We now know to use the code from the note, like from the corpse. So I
Now,
think
there's a
we
woman
head
who knows what she wants.
straight back. Over on the region, we'll just go straight fast travel into Cascadia itself. So here's the terminal. Supervisor override, antediluvian. Override accepted. Welcome, Doctor. Activating backup generators, enabling elevator, and opening secure door. Hey! Much better than last time we were here. Down to the secret lab. Now, we know there's going to be mantisaurs and things down here, so let's keep our wits about us.
If this place was abandoned, how come it still smells like sweetener and despair?
Those things never go away. That's how come. That door is sealed. Let's have a look at the map for this place. Oh, this is quite large, actually. Surprisingly so. Let's do a bit of a right wall hug. Some kind of robots in there. Can't do anything with that. I assume those are security bots. We can, however, pick our way in here. Let's put on our lockpicking stuff. Make this a little bit easier.
You gotta teach me.
Oh, the sublighted contractor helm. It looks cool.
That.
Okay, so this is a specific subroom. Maybe we can do something with the terminal. Okay. Signal aided to land on the Cascadia pad. Yep, that makes sense. Search for the fuel controls. The closest functioning terminal refueling authorization is located in the lower R&D area. Let's have a read up. From redacted subject, see you on the station. So this is to E. Chartrand. You'll not see me, but I'll be close. Continue your research, Doctor. Report to me when you've achieved mission end state. I understand we're banned for a secondary lab. Would you be supervising a research this time, or will it be the standard work from the shadows routine? Okay. To Elfal. Thank you for your optimism, Law. What we're doing isn't easy under the best of circumstances, much less with the board cutting corners. I can promise that research here will lead to a better halcyon, even if we have to pay a terrible cost getting there. There's O2 rationing. So effective O2 rationing on native fauna. Ah, this is testing how they could be potentially suffocated. You have your orders, Doctor. Your project's too important, too sensitive to allow any kind of hint of it to reach the public. Oh, this is on the release of data. So, with all due respect, I urge you to reconsider your decision to classify our research results on the native fauna of Terra 1. I assure you we will diligently redact any references to our project or its purposes from any papers we release. We have made several discoveries about how the terraforming process affected Nuclean of the Raptidon and Manta families. At the very least, allow us to inform our fellow board researchers that these creatures will perish when O2 concentrations are reduced to 19.5%, a level within human tolerance. This is not about fame or prestige, this is about saving lives. So, if they actually terraform Monarch...
A touchdown on Cascadia's landing pad. You'll need to connect the storage tanks to my fueling system, and then initiate the transfer from an authorized terminal within the lab.
Alright, Ada. I would say we can do that. I'm certain we're going to be able to manage it. Right, let's check the map one more time. So this room here, we know that there's some sentry
Nice and easy.
things in here. Are they friendly, though? There's a medical drone and a mechanical guardian. I think they might be. They are not hostile. That makes me feel a little bit better. Because that implies that the other ones are not going to be hostile either. Okay, choice of 2 doors to go through. Let's go through this one. Electrical conduit areas. That's all inaccessible. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to go through that one anyway. Let's get it open up. Where are those sounds coming from? That is slightly unsettling. Are they below us? They might be below. Sounds like they're in the walls. I suppose in a way they kind of are in the walls. Let's go room by room. So, big arse manta pillars, another mechanoid sentry. There are big canisters in there though. So if and when we open it up, we might be able to take advantage of those. Gonna have to come in right from the south side though. Ooh, we can open this up. Just a storage area with a spade in it. Tiny bits of money, things to sell. It's a landmine.
Watch out. Someone's booby-trapped them.
Thanks, Max. I'm kind of ahead of you on that. We're a little bit close to that mine. We don't need to do the others just yet. They are heading much further south. Let's check this little corridor bit. I honestly don't know where things are. We know that the crux of them are going to be in here.
The strong survive and the weak perish.
Trying to hit that pain and next to it.
That's the last of them.
Cool. Not too bad. Plenty more things to go around in here. We'll try and be organised as we go in. Right, so from this door, left wall hug. Bypass shunt. Actually, we're definitely wearing our right kit. Yes, we are. Got a nice little workbench. We're not going to do any tinkering until we get the tinkering costs down. So we'll keep holding on to that. Drino. Tube of something that we're probably going to use as toothpaste. And some random odds and sods. Okay, what have we got up on top? Mantipilla giblets. Asthma carbine.
Ooh, what'd you find?
A whole bunch of equipment. And a terminal. Okay, let's have a look. So, refueling system enabled, connection established with northern landing pad, running diagnostic, landing pad occupied, tram freighter unreliable. Fuel pumps disconnected, align the fueling systems. There we go. Fuel pumps aligned, connect storage tanks and initiate siphon. Alright. Terminal doesn't have admin permission. Okay, fine.
Guess that was the hard part. Now it's just the part that might blow us up.
Yeah, I mean, we've done the aligning, so that's good. Let's climb down rather than breaking our legs this time.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
I'm surprised you hit that from all the way up there. Where even did that one come from? Okay, there's still one left alive. Oh, it's the Manta Queen. Okay. Let's try and hit it in the chest.
I'll take your confession now.
Nice, that's knocked it down. Is it dead? It's dead. Still more around the corner. Alright, come and help.
That's the last of them.
Okay, let's check this place out. Funky lab. Left wall hug as we've done in other places. Just to try and make sure we don't miss anything. I assume that's where they came up from. Okay, let's do the lower section now. Random post-it notes. More documents and things, but none of that could be looted. Let's do the right-hand side. Oh, hello. McNulty's testimonial. Didn't have to go this far to get out of paying that bad bet on the Darlings. I mean, you gave me 6 years to pay you back for last year's championships. I told you were right. I had your back. Could have drawn straws or something, but you went off and did it, and you didn't even tell me. This shouldn't have happened, man. Fuck this. You earned better.
It may be hard for us to understand, but this was indeed a noble act.
Baal's testimonial. I'd like to think you'd be happy about the data I recovered. These days, I'm mostly thinking about how you should still be with us. We should have had more support from the board, and no one should have needed to take such a crappy, stupid, brave risk. Don't know if your folks will ever get to see you, but I made sure you were all tidy. Small stitches. Eva put you in your best suit. Did it herself, alone. Said she owed you. See you in the equation, Dom. We miss you.
This is why you don't go getting attached.
So this is Tom in here. You're an excellent chimerist and a credit to our team. Upon our return to Byzantium, I will file to have the copyrights for our work made in your name. The companies will own them, but your name will be on every legal filing. People will see it and perhaps think of you. I hope this adequately communicates the depth of my esteem. I will forever appreciate your efforts to improve communication between myself and the rest of the team. I do not believe I will drink vodka again, however. And here we are, Tom. As your manager, I'm supposed to review your achievements in history, holding up examples of important milestones that emphasize your ability to work with and sacrifice for the company. Even when we die, it's all, how much did you make for us? Everyone here knows what we're up against and how long we have. You better than anyone. The way you talked about the lives we forget in passing. The dock worker who kept a red kerchief in one of her pockets, and you wondered why. The server at the bar trying to read a book on the sly until our order was up, and you wondered what it was. The worker who swept the roads, but when she found a dead sprat, stopped to bury it. I didn't notice half the lives around me until you'd point out the little things that made each one unlike any other you'd met. I have to live long enough that I can shout your name at Byzantium, tell everyone what you did for them, because I could write for 40 days and nights and not tell a tenth of the little things I saw in you. So, this is Dr. Thomas Lindwood Ryle. As a shrine. Well, we'll carry on exploring and looting. Let's get the vodka, seeing as they can't drink it. We'll put on our lockpick stuff just for a second.
How'd you do that so fast?
It's all about the clothes. Really, that's all it is.
I won't tell.
Get all the stuff from in here as well. Once we can do more upgrades and it not absolutely rinse us, we're going to go through a whole bunch of them. Okay. Authorized user, Chartrand E. Let's have a look at the logs. Research notes about tissue compatibility. Chief concern is rejection of the tissue, a problem as classical as limb transplantation, though obviously on a cellular level. The scale of the problem, though, even with the Ontavito boosting our efforts, an achievement of such proportion has never been attempted or even considered. How do we define a tolerable failure rate when the losses could swell to affect millions? Even 1% is unthinkable. I have much to consider. And then the transfer to the secondary site. The project has been reassigned to a secondary lab. I'm told the board is pulling out a Terror 1, and we don't even have time to transfer our research. For once, I'm grateful our labours didn't make significant strides here. I won't forget Tom's sacrifice. Up until the end, he knew it had to happen. If it wasn't one of us, the board would have volunteered inmates from Tartarus. I'll be sure to carry his example to the new lab, and the next phase of human trials. I dread to think what we're going to find further in the lab. Let's put our combat stuff back on. Just to make sure we're nice and secure. So these are the bits that could cause death and destruction. Oh, there's another exit over here. I mean, of course there is. Kind of knew this already. There was this whole area to the south that we didn't go to, though. So before we actually do the final transfer, I think I want to head and explore that. That goes back up to Cascadia. Ooh. That is quite the way down. Let's do some jump testing. Yeah, we can jump that. what's up here. Hey. Oh, this is the elevator shaft with the scientist and the hidey hole. A mind control ray. I feel like I should check this out. Okay. Mind control ray. So this is... it's long guns. Misfiled form put a research group specialized in marketing jingles into an advanced top-secret weapons research facility. The research group spent months incorporating their new marketing jingles into the advanced weaponry and developed the mind control ray. Once the mishap was discovered, the entire facility was shut down and all personnel were reassigned to the most remote outposts corporate could find. I'm not against it. Oh, wow, okay. It overrides synaptic nerves as well as automechanical behavior protocols, causing targets to attack their allies instead of enemies. Increasing science skill improves their movement and attack rate. That's really kind of interesting. The mandibular rearranger slows and eventually stuns. Prismatic hammer does blasts at a distance, and the gloop gun levitates enemies and weakens them. Yeah, shrunk targets suffer from reduced armor and reduced damage. I do think the shrink ray is very good for us. I am curious as to how this would actually feel, but I suspect the shrink ray is still going to be our go-to weapon. They're the same level now, so this one's definitely got some upgrades we could do to it. Let's just hold on to it. But yeah, interesting. Let's climb down carefully and try not to die on the way back. Guys, you are right in the way. Not convenient. Not convenient at all. Okay, well, having picked that up, let's do our level up. So we've been looking at boosting our science skill so that we can do tinkering better, or cheaper, I should say. Which unfortunately means it's not going to be this level, it'll be next level when we can actually get the benefit of the expert tinkering. This is, however, improving our science weapon effects though, so not completely wasted. Let's apply that, and then on the perks we get to pick a new one. Let's have a look. Steady hand? No. Next attack after killing an enemy is guaranteed critical. That could be good for our initial sniping. Penetrating shots. Ranged attack inflict -1 armor rating for 10 seconds. Combined with our shrink rate already reducing the enemy's armor, I think that would be really good. Yeah, that's the one we'll go for. So, penetrating shots. Do we have anything to assign on you guys? No, not yet. Alright, well, we'll finish up this episode there. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. It is going to be one more level before we can do the tinkering, but hopefully that won't take us too long. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of The Outer Worlds. See you soon.